We caught up with our Bob Stevens and Chuck Zapek, who have coverage of the Beaufort County Bowl, part of the Covert Air Bowl series. Gentlemen?
Bob Stevens and Chuck Zapek with the Reichenbach recap of another Bluffton victory, another big Bluffton victory. 63-6 the final score as they come up to Whale Branch and win. It was two different weight classes in a sense, I think, and the heavyweights won.
Sure, they did too. 3A versus 2A, but still, this is a cross-county rivalry.
Yeah.
And Beaufort County here, and the players were up for the game. Give Coach Cribbs all the credit for getting his team prepared for tonight's game.
Jerry Hatcher's Whale Branch Warriors come up short in this one. They're young. They're really talented. They've got some great players. Irvin Mulligan showed us an awful lot. They're running back, and now they're going to be playing in their weight class the rest of the season. Regional play begins. These guys still have everything ahead of them, even though they're 2-3 on the season. You could see this team playing deep into November.
You're exactly right. 2-3 playing out of their region, playing up an upper level, coming in now into the region. 5 games to go for the conference championship. We may see this team back on the field in the playoffs.
You may indeed. On the other hand, Bluffton wanted to do a couple of things differently. They wanted to execute better. I'm not sure they did that. They had 5 turnovers, but they wanted to run more of an up-tempo offense, and I thought it ran pretty smoothly. They didn't get any delay of game calls, and it seemed to run fairly smoothly for them.
You're exactly right, Bob. The no-huddle offense, they were up on the line, calling out their plays. They knew what they wanted to do. They had a series of plays sometimes where they just got up there and ran them as quickly as they could. All the credit goes to Coach Cribbs and his players for executing his game plan.
9 different players scored touchdowns for Bluffton, or 9 different touchdowns scored by 7 different players. Imani Thompson was our Lava 24 Fitness Player of the game. He scored the first and last touchdowns. Ashby Cribb, just a sophomore, the coach's son, caught a couple of touchdown passes and looked brilliant cutting over the middle and making some plays. Bluffton's still undefeated. Probably still going to at least be ranked second in the state. They look to be at about the top of their game as they head into regional play.
They show a lot of depth, particularly at the skill positions. They got a lot of guys that can handle the ball, including a quarterback. We saw some different quarterbacks in there too. So that bodes very well for Bluffton. When you have that kind of depth at skill positions, you can't ask for anything more.
Yeah, Jermaine Patterson played very little. Their other 2 quarterbacks played. And, Tobias Johnson got in and ran a few plays, including scoring a touchdown as the big guy in the meat wagon offense that they played down by the goal line. 63-6, again, the final score. Bluffton goes into regional play also beginning next week. They play May River again. Likely to be a bit of a mismatch this first year. May River's getting better, though, and they're going to be at home, and they'll be an awful lot of excitement certainly for that game. Again, Whale Branch begins their region this coming week. And we go on to Thomas Hayward Academy and Hilton Head Christian. We'll be back on Hilton Head Island for our Friday night Covert Air High School Football Bowl Series game between Thomas Hayward and Hilton Head Christian. It'll be good to see both those teams play for the first time this year. For Chuck Zapek, I'm Bob Stevens with a Reichenbach recap.